Jagmeet Singh, once seen as a fresh face in Canadian politics, has found himself back in the spotlight, but not in the way he intended. After stepping down as NDP leader following the April 2025 snap election, Singh has tried to reassert himself in Parliament by challenging Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre. The problem? Each attempt only seems to highlight Singh's political missteps, with his recent attack turning into a viral embarrassment. Rather than exposing Poilievre, Singh's jab backfired and reignited criticism of his own legacy, particularly his failure to build a credible opposition to either the Liberals or Conservatives during his tenure. The context for this latest clash was a fiery debate over the Liberal government's electric vehicle (EV) mandate. With Prime Minister Mark Carney now at the helm following his victory in the Liberal leadership race and the April 2025 election, Parliament has resumed with renewed energy. Conservatives, led by Poilievre, have zeroed in on the EV policy, which aims to make 100% of new car sales electric by 2035. Speaking from Calgary, Poilievre passionately condemned the mandate, arguing it was out of touch with rural and working Canadians who rely on gas-powered trucks for farming, construction, and long commutes in harsh conditions. His speech was widely shared online, connecting deeply with voters already feeling the strain of affordability and regional disparity. Singh attempted to undermine Poilievre's credibility by mocking him on social media. He shared a clip of Poilievre riding in the back of a Rolls-Royce during a parade and branded him a Rolls-Royce revolutionary. The implication was clear. Singh was trying to portray Poilievre as an out-of-touch elitist who pretends to speak for working-class Canadians. But instead of sparking scrutiny of Poilievre, Singh's comment was met with swift backlash. Canadians pointed out the hypocrisy of Singh's own luxury lifestyle, which includes designer wardrobes, expensive accessories, and past use of high-end vehicles like Maseratis and BMWs. This misfire revealed a deeper problem. Singh's public persona has often prioritized aesthetics over authenticity. During his leadership, he embraced a sleek, fashionable image, frequently photographed in upscale clothing and riding bicycles through urban downtowns. While these optics once gave him a sense of modern appeal, they have increasingly come to symbolize detachment from the real economic struggles faced by working-class voters. The moment he tried to mock Poilievre's ride, likely just a gesture from a local constituent during a community parade, Singh opened himself to mockery and lost credibility in the eyes of many Canadians. Singh's miscalculation also brought renewed attention to his political record. As NDP leader, he consistently refused to break ranks with the governing Liberals. Whether under Justin Trudeau or Mark Carney, Singh's NDP was seen as a compliant partner rather than an independent force. Time and again, Singh avoided pulling the plug on Liberal minority governments, choosing stability over confrontation. While that may have prevented elections in the short term, it cost the NDP long-term relevance. Voters asked, if Singh wouldn't challenge Liberal policies, why not vote for the real thing? In the 2025 election, that sentiment was reflected in the NDP's dismal showing, just 7 seats and under 10% of the popular vote. Even outside policy debates, Singh has shown a pattern of political retreat when challenged. One particularly revealing incident occurred after he attended a Kendrick Lamar concert and posted about it. When a popular celebrity criticized him for supporting Lamar over another artist from the Toronto area, Singh immediately apologized and pledged loyalty to the local act instead. While minor in itself, the incident became a symbol of his broader political character, quick to fold under pressure and eager to appease, even when it meant reversing his stance. This reluctance to hold firm is what many critics believe defined his leadership: reactive, image-conscious, and ultimately uninspiring. Poilievre, on the other hand, has built his momentum on blunt, populist appeals. His messaging focuses on affordability, energy independence, and personal choice, values that resonate deeply in regions like Alberta and Saskatchewan. His critique of the EV mandate wasn't just about car preferences. It was framed as a fight for economic survival in the face of urban-centric policy. By speaking plainly and choosing relatable settings, like outdoor events and parking lots, Poilievre has created a contrast with career politicians who seem more at home in curated press conferences than on job sites or farms. The public reaction to Singh's jab reflects a broader shift in Canadian politics. Canadians are becoming less tolerant of performative gestures and more interested in results. They want leaders who reflect their struggles, not those who mimic the language of activism while enjoying the privileges of the elite. Singh's attempt to paint Poilievre as phony backfired precisely because people see Singh himself as the one playing dress-up, a man more concerned with being on trend than on message. Meanwhile, the NDP's internal crisis continues. Following Singh's departure as leader, the party is struggling to find a successor with both credibility and charisma. The leadership race has drawn only marginal figures so far, and the party remains financially strained. Critics argue that Singh hollowed out the NDP by focusing on personal branding instead of platform development. His successor will not only inherit a diminished caucus and disillusioned base, but also the difficult task of rebuilding public trust from near zero. The April 2025 election has clearly redrawn political lines. Mark Carney, though new to partisan politics, now leads a Liberal government that many hope can bring a more technocratic and data-driven approach. Carney's calm demeanor and focus on financial credibility gave the Liberals a lifeline after Trudeau's turbulent final years. But the spotlight remains firmly on Pierre Poilievre, whose grassroots support and relentless campaigning make him a powerful contender. In this new landscape, the NDP is the party at risk of complete irrelevance unless it radically redefines itself. In the end, Singh's attempt to expose Poilievre only succeeded in exposing himself. His criticisms rang hollow not because the issues he raised weren't worth discussing, but because he no longer carries the credibility to lead that conversation. For many Canadians, it was a reminder of why the NDP faltered under his watch: more posturing than principle, more style than substance. The debate wasn't just lost in Parliament, it was lost in the public square, where Singh's own record stood as the real rebuttal. What this episode underscores is the power of authenticity in politics. Canadians are tired of leaders who talk tough, but act timid. Singh's Parliament moment, intended as a show of strength, ended up being a spotlight on weakness. As the dust settles, it's clear that the race ahead belongs to those willing to take risks, speak plainly, and stand for something beyond the next headline. In this blockbuster debate, Singh didn't just fail to land a blow, he reminded everyone why his chapter in Canadian politics may already be closed.